North Korea is accused of developing such weapons and supplying them to Russia despite being under UN sanctions for its ballistic missile and nuclear programs since 2006. Ukraine's allies have accused North Korea of transferring weapons to Russia for use against Ukraine in violation of an arms embargo. The U.S. has accused Russia of launching North Korean-supplied ballistic missiles against Ukraine on at least 9 occasions. Russia in March vetoed the renewal of sanctions monitoring against North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. Away from the front line, Polish farmers have lifted blockades at border crossings with Ukraine, officials said on Monday, ending a 2-month protest over farm imports and alleged unfair competition. The traffic through all the border crossings with Ukraine is possible, said Michael Daris, a tax administration spokesman in Poland's Lublin region after farmers ended the last blockade at the Verbin border crossing. All trucks are allowed to pass as long as they are not carrying sanctioned goods, Daris added, referring to the grain imports from Ukraine that Poland imposed a temporary embargo on. German prosecutors are investigating after a Russian citizen was arrested on suspicion of stabbing 2 Ukrainian soldiers to death. The soldiers, who had been convalescing in southern Germany, were found with serious stab wounds outside a shopping center in the Bavarian town of Murnau MC on Sunday, according to police. One of them, aged 36, died at the scene, while the other, 23, died in hospital. A 57-year-old Russian citizen was arrested in his home on suspicion of murder, police said. The prosecutor general's office in Munich said it had since taken over the case and was not able to rule out that the killings were politically motivated. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, on Monday became the first British royal to visit Ukraine since Russia's full-scale invasion. The British Foreign Ministry said she met survivors of sexual violence and torture, as well as women displaced by the war, and children who were deported to Russia before recently being returned. It's true that women and girls pay the highest price in terms of human cost. Rape is used to demean, to degrade, and to destroy, and we have to get better at trying to prevent that from happening, Sophie said. The Russian army in Ukraine has been accused of numerous incidents of rape and sexual violence. Israel will invade Rafah with or without hostage deal, Netanyahu. The prime minister directly contradicted his own foreign minister, who promised to suspend the operation if Hamas released its captives. Israel will send troops into the city of Rafah regardless of whether it reaches a ceasefire and hostage release deal with Hamas,